Hello, good evening. Yeah, it's me again, Tom here. Hi, thank you everyone for joining us today webinar. So today we are talking about the MBA. And before we officially start, let me introduce myself. I'm Tom from UTAR Division of Program Promotions, DPP. Okay, so we are actually for the program career purpose, and today we are probably invited the VIP guests from our faculties to share with us the MBA program. So before that, we let us go through the video about UTAR, so that for those who are not so familiar with UTAR, they can take a look about it first. Give me a second and show the video for you.
University Tunku Abdul Rahman, one of Malaysia's leading teaching and research universities, with its main campus located in Kampar, Perak. And another campus located in Sungai Long, Selangor. University Tunku Abdul Rahman, or UTAR as it is commonly known, started as a dream by a group of leaders in the Malaysian Chinese Association, or MCA, after they founded Tunku Abdul Rahman College in 1969. Led by former MCA President Tun Dr. Ling Leong Sik, the founding council chairman of UTAR and the current UTAR chancellor, the group worked tirelessly until their dream turned into reality when the fourth Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, officially launched University Tunku Abdul Rahman in Kuala Lumpur on 13 August 2002. UTAR's first intake of 411 students was in a single campus in Petaling Jaya, offering just 8 undergraduate programs in 3 founding faculties. Today, UTAR is a comprehensive university offering more than 110 programs, ranging from foundation and honors bachelor to master's and PhD levels in 9 faculties, 3 institutes and 3 centers. To continue on its trajectory of excellence, the university re-strategized with a 10-year strategic plan and a new vision to be a global university of educational excellence with transformative societal impact. Aligned with this vision is the university's mission to commit towards universal values and beliefs, tenacity in overcoming challenges, agility in facing new frontiers, and responsibility in pursuit of excellence. UTAR believes in a holistic approach towards education and strives to celebrate diversity in all aspects of educational activities to help prepare future generations of leaders. Students acquire critical soft skills through the UTAR Soft Skills Development Certificate Program and through engagement in extracurricular activities. Community projects, international exchange program, workshops and training. UTAR's 6 pillars of educational philosophy promote core values, which are guiding principles supporting the holistic development of our students and staff. Our quest for international collaborations and industry partnerships enable our students and staff to participate in international exchange programs, joint research projects, training and experiential learning. Collaborative agreements with reputable universities and partners in the US, UK, Europe, Asia and more promote discovery and the exchange of knowledge. among our alumni are successful entrepreneurs and leaders in multinational companies, advancing rapidly in their career. Conceived as a university by the people for the people, UTAR is a not-for-profit private university owned by the UTAR Education Foundation, with support and contributions from sponsors, philanthropists, alumni, and the community. The university deeply appreciates their generous support and contributions. In return, the university provides financial assistance through its numerous scholarships and loans. Over the years, numerous financial institutions, organizations, and foundations have also been providing financial assistance to our students. The university's commitment towards excellence in teaching and research has led to significant progress in research and development. Research centers, endowed professorial chairs, the undergraduate research scheme, and the Global Research Network support numerous local and international research projects. UTAR is widely recognized as a leading progressive university in Malaysia, with favorable rankings in the Times Higher Education World Rankings and QS World Rankings. UTAR has also been awarded self-accreditation status by the Ministry of Higher Education. The International Advisory Council, Industry Advisory Panel, external examiners, professional bodies and partners all contribute towards quality assurance and academic excellence. Academia's pursuit for scholastic excellence constantly earns them recognition and accolades. An important milestone is the generosity of the Lee Foundation and the Kwok Foundation. Their gift donations contributed towards the infrastructural development of Sungai Long campus. The Lee Kong Chian Faculty of Engineering and Science and the Mary Kwok Library were named in their honor respectively. Another significant milestone is the setting up of the UTAR Hospital in Kampar, which will provide clinical training to our MBBS students and offer medical services in Western medicine and traditional and complementary medicine to the community. Moving forward, UTAR will embrace changes to meet the challenges ahead and endeavor to be a global university of educational excellence.
As you can see in the video, UTAR is the university which upholds the learning, teaching, and research excellence. And today, we are bringing you the topic, why UTAR MBA? This topic shared by our VIP guests, Dr. Park, Dr. Chin, and Dr. Ng. So Dr. Park is our deputy dean, and Dr. Chin and Dr. Ng is our head of programs. Okay, before we officially start, just let you know that after the sharing, we have the Q&A sections. So audience, please feel free to put your questions in the columns of Q&A in the Zoom. Due to the limited hours we have, sorry that we may not able to answer all the questions. Only the selected will be answered on air. So Zoom as our main platforms, we also have broadcast the webinar to Facebook page, UTAR for you. So if it happen with the friends or the relative or colleagues that would like to join us but not able to join us through a Zoom, they can join us at the Facebook UTAR for you. Okay, so now we come to today's speaker. And as you can see, the first speaker, we are probably invited our deputy deans from Faculty of Accountancy and Management, FAMs, Dr. Park Wei Fong. She is the deputy dean, manager in charge under the research and development, as well as the postgrad programs. So this her basic background, you can see that she is a graduate from the for the bachelor and the master. And finally, she obtained the PhD business under the Massey University. Later on, she will introduce to us the FM and why we should study the postgrad. What is the benefit of the postgrad to us? And the second VIP is our Dr. Ng Ka-yi. She is also from the Faculty of Accountancy and Management, and currently she is the head of programs, manager in charge of the MBA and the MBA corporate governance. Later on, she will give us a brief about the differences between the MBA and the MBA corporate governance. And as you can see, this her background. She is completed the bachelor, master, as well as a PhD at the and UPM. Lastly, we are invited our VIP, Dr. Chin Hon Chong, to present us about the MBA, Building Management, and Master of Real Estate Development. He is currently our head of programs, in charge of these programs, and he is also from the Faculty of Accountancy and Management. And he is also obtained the bachelor and the PhD under UTM. So no further delay. So we are now invite Dr. Pok to present us her sharing. Dr. Pok, thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Pok Wai Fong, the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Accountancy and Management. And in this faculty, we actually have 4 undergraduates department, which offering 4 undergraduates program. The first one is the International Business, Bachelor Degree of International Business. Another one is Bachelor of Global Economics. The next one is Bachelor of Building and Property Management. And the last one is Bachelor of Accountancy. And for postgraduate programs, we have PhD, Master of Philosophy, MBA, MBA, Corporate Governance Specialization, and MBA Building Management. Later on, Dr. Ng Ka-yi is going to explain in details the information you might want to know if you think you want to enroll to MBA programs. And Dr. Chin, he in charge of MBA Building Management and also Master of Real Estate Development. Later, he will provide more details as well. In our faculty now, including the undergraduates and postgraduate students, we have about 2,300 students anytime active. And then now, let me talk about why we want to study MBA. And if you are newly graduate and have no working experience, I would not want to advise you to join our MBA program, because I always think that MBA program is an extension of your undergraduate studies and you should gain some working experience. So the least you can do is actually get a job and study with us part-time. I think that will be very good because you achieve 2 things at the same time. So from Monday to Friday, you can work, and Saturday and Sunday, you come to UTAR, you can study online or come to join the class. We do have online classes and physical classes that you can join. So always get some working experience, feel which area you want to focus on, and then join us. You do not need to have a bachelor degree in business or accounting or business related degree. Actually, the origination of the MBA is designed for those without business studies background. For example, those engineer, they have been managing factories of productions for many years, but at the end they were promoted to become managers or directors, that they need some management skill. And that is why they come and join the MBA program, not only with UTAR, but all the other universities too. The reason why you are encouraged to do a postgraduate program is first, I think, would be keep up with competition, because nowadays the education becomes more and more common. In some of the developed countries like Singapore and Taiwan and Hong Kong, the percentage of the people who graduated with an undergraduate degree is almost 90%. So that's why only having a bachelor degree is actually insufficient. If you have a master degree or a PhD, it is more likely that you get promoted in the public sector or in the private sector. And second, to hold a high-level management position, according to the study in Malaysia, we don't have the statistics, but in US, according to the Fortune magazine, about 40% of the S&P 500 company, the CEO are actually holding an MBA. So from here, your career. The third point. So originally, maybe you are experts or working experience on finance executive or chief IT executive or chief operating officer, all this C-level position, it is good that you have an MBA, because MBA can show you how the whole organizations work from the perspective of human resource management, operations management, and strategic management, most importantly at the end, to see the directions of the whole company and how to survive and compete in the industry. And become your own boss. This is really essential because you have your own expertise after so long. Maybe you're really good in writing programs, or maybe you are a really good engineer, but you don't know finance. You don't know how to manage people in the company. And that's why that is the time that you need to prepare yourself to know all this through MBA programs, or even a master degree. If you want to have like property management company, then you're welcome to join us to the Master of Real Estate Development programs, and grow your professional network. In Utah, we don't have too many students studying MBA or postgraduate, but yet it is still a very good avenue for you to learn and know people from different areas. For example, we used to have about 10 of the high rank officer from Putrajaya, from the ministry. And these people in the future, they are going to be your connection. That is very valuable to develop your career and also your business. And experience new places and culture. I don't know how many of you who are listening now are from overseas, but Malaysia is really rich of culture with multiracials and religions, and we mingle really well culturally. So I hope you have the chance to come and experience it. And for Malaysians also, we have designed some exchange program. If you join our program, you can have the chance to earn 2 degrees at the same time. Like you register with UTAR, but you are able to earn another degree in another university. Dr. Ng is going to explain that. But that takes at least 1 year. But if you only have a few months, we also have immersion programs or exchange program that you can participate to gain more experience other than Malaysia. Okay, I think that's it. What I try to say, why you need to join a postgraduate program with us. Of course, we also have a Master of Philosophy and doctorate of philosophy programs, but this is more about research. So if you are really into research, you want to be a researcher, or you want to be academics in the future, welcome to talk to us, and we shall discuss about how to help you to achieve your career goal in the future. Thank you very much. I'll pass the time to the next speaker.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Park. So now we are invite Dr. Ng to share with us about the MBA as well as the MBA corporate governance. Dr. Ng, thank you. Dr. Ng, please unmute your mic.
Okay, All right. Sorry. Okay, I'm Kai. Okay, I introduce myself again. So I'm Kai. I'm the head of program for the MBA, the general one, and also the MBA corporate governance. Okay, so basically, okay, under my care, we have these two MBA program. Okay, for the MBA general, it is more or less like the others MBA offered by the other universities. Okay, and it is a general where it provides us a wide range of the courses that include marketing, finance, accounting, HR, okay, human resource, and all those strategy management and also the organization's behavior. Okay, as for the MBA corporate governance, okay, this is a specializations. Okay, it is a collaborative program with the Malaysian Institute of the Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, MISA, correct? This is a Malaysian division of the global. Now they changed the name as a Corporate Governance Institute. Okay, the ICSA Institute Chartered Secretaries and Administrators. Okay, so the MISA is a Malaysian chapter. So under this program, students who are registered as the MBA Corporate Governance, you are going to get, okay, upon completion, you are going to get the MBA degrees from UTAR, okay, and you also can register yourself as the MISA students members, okay, upon graduation, okay, you are entitled to upgrade to the graduateships. So what is the benefits of this collaboration program? So the MISA, it is the professional qualifications. You can be the company secretaries, company's administrators, or those a compliance officers. Okay, so with this collaborative program, it is fully exempted for the professional qualifications examination. So you are going to get MBA corporate governance, a postgraduate degrees, okay, as well as the MISA qualifications, and you can practice, gain the experience, and become the chartered secretary recognized by the MISA and also the international CGI. Okay, and just now Dr. Paul did mentions about our arrangements to have a dual degree, okay, so-called a dual degree. So we have currently a mutual credit recognition program with Donghai University from Taiwan. So students who enroll with this program, they need to study in Utah for at least one trimester. Okay, so then you can go to Donghai University. So the credits, the courses, okay, we already have the mutual recognitions whereby you only need to fulfill all the credits that required, and of course the residency regulations required by both countries, and you are going to obtain MBA from Utah as well as MBA from Donghai University. So from this collaborative program, the students can actually gain the experience, the overseas exposure. Okay, you can study abroad in Donghai University, Taiwan. If you do not like to really go to Donghai University for one whole year, okay, stay there, or maybe because of your work commitment, you can only go for one trimester, then you can also go to this Donghai University as well as other universities to do some student exchange, okay, maybe do some credit transfer for one or two courses, okay, and that is the exposure to the international market, the overseas management culture. So that will be the some of the arrangement for the MBA corporate governance, and also the credit transfers arrangements for the students exchange student mobility program. Okay, so just now I did mention that this MBA corporate governance is the MISA UTAR collaborative program. So if you are interested, basically you can also go to the MISA website, okay, to learn what is the MISA qualifications, what is the global examinations, and what is the role of these chartered secretaries and also the chartered administrators. I will briefly, okay, explain a little bit on this. I call it frequently asked questions. Okay, so normally the students or the potential students, they would like to know about our structure. So for UTAR, we have 3 trimesters per academic years. For our MBA programs, okay, including MBA Corporate Governance, MBA Building Managers, total credit hours needed for graduate 40 credits. That include 11 courses. We use the term courses, 11 subjects, okay, basically, plus 1 small research paper, 1 mini thesis, okay, small research. Then upon, okay, you fulfill the requirements, 40 credits, then you will be awarded the MBA degrees. For MBA courses in Sungai Long FAM, okay, our classes are on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, this is to enable the working adults to join our program. And you can join again as a full-time student or a part-time student. So the difference here is the maximum academic load. We call it academic load, meaning that the maximum credit hours or maximum subject that you can register per trimester. Okay, so for full-time students, we assume that you register as full-time students, you are not working, so therefore you can take more subjects per trimester. But for part-time students, we understand that you have your work commitment, so the academic load, okay, will be half of the full-time students. Okay, and for our MBA studies, okay, the 40 credit hours as a full-time student, the minimum study durations that required is 1 year. So which means that you can complete an MBA degree in 1 year if you register yourself as full-time student. For part-time students, okay, the fastest you can finish your study is in 2 years. And this is the fees that we have based on the minimum study duration. And for international students, it will be different rate. Okay, so if you would like to know more, okay, about this MBA, like for example, any financial assistance, for example, how to apply, what are the documents that needed to submit, then you can go to the UTAR Institute of Postgraduate Study and Research, short form we call it IPSR, the website, or you can also, when you click the link, it will lead you to the UTAR Center for MBA Studies. So there you can get the applications form and also the information on how to apply, and furthermore, and of course, you can also email me, okay, if you need further information. So I think I can stop here. Okay, thank you for attending this forum. I will pass it to the host, Mr. Tam. Thank you.
Thank you for the sharing. And now we invite Dr. Chin to share with us about the MBA Building Management as well as a Master of Real Estate Development. Please, Dr. Chin.
Hello, good evening. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to join us in this webinar, and thank you, Mr. Tam, for the introductions. So maybe for those who just joined us, I would like to introduce myself again. I'm Dr. Chin Hon Chung. Actually, I'm the head of program for the two master programs under the Faculty of Accountancy and Management. Yeah, and under my portfolio, the 2 master programs are the Master of Business Administration, Building Management, and Master of Real Estate Development. So maybe from the so-called title of the name of the so-called master programs, you may know that, you may guess, and you may know that these 2 programs are actually targeted to those who are interested to join or to venture into a real estate industry, or to those who are currently employed in the real estate industry. Yeah. So before actually I go into details to discuss about the so-called characteristic and the specialty of these 2 programs, I would like to draw your attention to the stages of property development. Yeah. So in general, when we talk about property development, we have 3 stages. The first one is the pre-development stages, in which the developer, they have to prepare the so-called prepare the land clear the land, clean the land, for the land to be ready for development. But at the same time, they need to engage with the professionals such as architect, city surveyor, structural engineering, engineers, and so forth, so on, to help them to come up with the building design, the architecture plan, and then they also need to submit to gain the so-called approval from the local authorities for them to initiate their constructions. Meanwhile, during the second stage, which is the development stage, is actually referred to your construction stage. The construction works being undertaken by the developers, the pilings, the so-called buildings being constructed. And lastly, you have the post-development stage, whereby building is completed and now we are ready to sell it and to hand over it. So basically, this is the stages of property development. So talking about the stages of property development, if you are interested to get to know these stages of property development, then I would recommend you to join us under our Master of Real Estate Development. So this Master of Real Estate Development, we are actually to cover all the stages involved in property development. And some program details about this Master of Real Estate Development is that students are required to complete a 40 credits hour course, in which we have 8 core subjects, 2 elective plus 1 research project, and we do have 2 modes. One is full-time, another one is the part-time mode. For full-time mode, the minimum duration is 1 year, the maximum duration is 4 years. For the part-time, minimum duration 2 years, and the maximum duration is 6 years. And like the so-called mentioned by Dr. Gai just now about the MBS program, our Master of Real Estate Development also being conducted during weekend at our Sungai Long campus. And these are some indicative fees for the students who are interested to enroll with us. But however, it is important to highlight to you that the fees are subject to change. Okay. So what is so special? Besides we're talking about that, okay, this Master of Real Estate Development will cover, will deliver some knowledge related to property development from the stage of pre-construction until post-construction or post-development. What are the additional specialty about this program? For this program, actually, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very close collaboration with Radar Institute, in which through Radar Institute, we are actually inviting guest speakers to join us to deliver talk or some selected topic to our students. So that on the other words, UTAR side, the UTAR academicians will actually provide you the theoretical knowledge about the property development. On top of that, these industry speakers will talk to you, will explain to you the state of art practice, from the industry perspective. So like this trimester, we actually fortunate enough to invite 9 guest speakers from the industry. Okay, among others, we have Dr. Sri Michael Yim, Dr. Charlie, Mr. Calvin, Surveyor Chan, Mr. Nguyen, Dr. Wang, Dr. Chen, and Dr. Pratam, Mr. Kristan. Based on their experience with the industry, they deliver the state of art practice to our students. Okay, of course, gaining knowledge is one thing. Another thing is your network building. Like Dr. Port mentioned just now, if you join the master so-called MBA programs, you have the opportunity to get to know people from different backgrounds. But for our Master of Real Estate Development, because we are inviting these guest speakers, you have the opportunity to build your network with these guest speakers. Like this trimester, we have a student who are actually running his own construction business. He actually connect with the speakers and introduce himself to the speaker to see whether there's a future collaboration between them. So in other words, this is also a golden opportunity for you to get to know these industry people, these industry players. and how do you build network with them? All right. Okay. So is it property development? I mean, it's like the development finish as it is when the property is being handed over to the buyers? Not really. Yeah, not really. Okay. After you hand over the property, the building, the product from your development, yeah, you need management and maintenance. Okay. Why you need management and maintenance? Because you want to make sure, you want to ensure that your building is functional. Yeah? From the physical perspective, it is functional. It can support the activities conducted within the building. If you run the business, you need a building support you, isn't it? For you to produce your product, for you to provide your service to your customer, isn't it? Yeah. So how do you manage and maintain the building? Managing the building as for the purpose for the building to be functional is not enough. You should move beyond it. How can you manage and maintain a building in such a way that it can add value back to the building itself? Let the building appreciate the so-called value, the building value, yeah? And how do you interact with your tenant, the human interaction between the landlord and the tenants, yeah? So if you are interested to get to know all these things, then you can come to approach us. You can consider the Master of Business Administration, Building Management. Yeah, we are not focusing to provide some so-called knowledge or theory about the building management, but because this is an MBA program, so it somehow has an MBA elements inside this program. Yeah, and yeah, for these programs, you have 9 core subjects, 1 elective and 1 research project. Yeah, similarly, you need to finish 40 credit hours. If you are enrolled as a full-timer, yeah, you need to finish it within 1 year as your minimum duration, or 4 years as your maximum duration. If you are part-timer, 2 years is your minimum duration, 6 years is your maximum duration. And like the others master programs offer under the Faculty of Accountancy and Management, our MBA Building Management is conducted on the Sungai Long campus during weekend. Yeah? And this is some indicative fees for you to refer if you are interested to join us. Yeah? So last but not least, we are now moving forward to a digital era. Okay? So managing a building itself, not only the physical side, it also involves the human touch, the human interaction. On top of that, how do you incorporate the digital technology in helping your building to become a smart building? Yeah? So these are something that you should need to bear in mind. Yeah? Okay. So what do you waiting for? Just join us. Yeah, we have a Master of Real Estate Development. We have a Master of Business Administration, Building Management under my portfolio. We also have MBA in general, MBA Corporate Governance under Dr. Kai portfolio. So join us. We have an October 2020 intake. Yeah. So I think that's all from me, Mr. Tam. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Chin. Okay, thank you for continuing join us until now. For all the audience, now we are come to the Q&A sessions. So if you have any questions, you can just put your question under the Q&A slot, so we can select the question slot to answer you immediately on air. And now we can see that there is already questions now. Okay. Okay, there's the questions that are asking about the inquirer is with 12 years working experience, so holding a diploma. Is it possible is it the IELTS and more mandatory for MBA programs? So he is already applied for the appel. So for this one, maybe Dr. Ng can answer the questions. about the IELTS or the MWET proficiency?
Okay, about this, with because I think this I don't know whether it is a he or she. Okay, already know about the Appel A. Okay, says that already applied for the Appel A. So Appel A, it is the um uh MQA, one way of the MQA to encourage the working adults who without the formal bachelor degree, okay, without the formal academics entry, to join the postgraduate degree. IELTS or the MWET, which is we actually call it as a language requirement. So it is actually the MQA requirement to have the English. Okay, but we can have a very simple assessment. And in fact, when you take for the Appel A, actually, I think they also can assess your English. So if you apply for the admissions, then of course we will have the way to justify whether do you still need the next simple assessment. That would be my questions about this. Sorry,
Okay.
my answer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Ng. So, okay, now we can see that there's another questions about the talk regarding the MBA corporate management. So maybe this one I can answer on behalf. So for the MBA corporate management, actually we will arrange for on next week, Sunday, 2 to 3 p.m. So if you are interested to join us through the MBA corporate management, you can join us on next Sunday. Later, I will show you the schedule. So there'll be on the later slide, so you can wait for the later before the end. And now we can come here to the third questions. So how do I take these assessments, Patrick? So I'm not sure that the assessment you are referred to the Appel or you are go through the MBA assessment by a faculty. Maybe you can give a questions more precise. English assessment. Okay. So hi, Dr. Ng again. So if the students for the English assessment conducted by the faculty. So how is the procedure?
Okay. For this English assessment, even you put the English assessment, I'm not sure you are referring to the IELTS. Okay, I think if you are talking about the IELTS, I think you basically you know, okay, where you can register for the IELTS. But if you are talking about the way that we assess whether you fulfill the requirements, okay, during the applications into the admissions, normally what we do is that once we receive your applications form, okay, we will go through, check whether you fulfill the entry requirements or not. Okay, and if you need further assessment, then we will contact you. Okay, so for this English assessment, okay, don't be too worried. Okay, it because this is to study MBA, not to study the English language. Okay, this English is just to ensure that you are able to read, to write, to answer, to speak. Okay, to really to participate the discussions in the class. So the English test here, we may just interview with you. Okay, conduct a face-to-face or this virtual interview, okay, and then we have some short discussions with you, and therefore it is already considered our assessment to make sure that you can really join our program, really can talk. So I guess that would be the answers for that questions.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Ng. Since you mentioned about the English proficiency, so for MBA, if the students only obtains the white entry, is he or she possible to apply for the MBA? Dr. Ng?
Sorry, come again.
If he or she only obtains the white entry, is it possible for he or her to apply for the MBA?
Yes, of course, you can still apply. Okay, but so our specific entry requirements, we actually required the candidate to have a wet band 4, but that is what we say that not really fulfill the requirement where okay a small or simple assessment needed, which is conducted by the faculty.
Okay, what if the MOIC is overdue?
Also consider as a needs assessment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That is just a procedure wise lah. Okay. I ensures that there should be no problem because you already set for the MOET before. Okay, just a documentation where we need to fulfill the MQA requirements.
so Dr. Chen, how about the MBA under the building management as well as real estate development? Is it the MOIC benefit is sufficient for the applications?
Yeah, actually, I think same as what Dr. Kai mentioned just now. Yeah. So yes, I mean all of our programs we have this English requirement. Yeah, yeah. And if you look into details, it's in specific, it requires you to have a band 4 for your MOET. Yeah. But however, if you say you don't have this kind of English requirement test result to show your English proficiency level, yeah, so we are going to conduct additional tests or additional interview to test the proficiency level with you. Yeah, same like what Dr. Kai mentioned just now. It's either a face-to-face interview or because now, yeah, because due to the pandemic, so everybody is concerned with physical meeting, so we can conduct it through online via online platform. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I hope this answer your questions.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Chen. And we now come to the other. This from the anonymous attendees. Hi, I am chartered accountant and full member of CIMA. So if to join the MBA in general, is there any exemptions cost? So Dr. Park, is it possible to maybe like you can share with us about how if this inquiry is CIMA member to apply the MBA?
Yep. We do not have specific number of courses that will be exempted, but because you are a chartered accountant and then you have working experience, so some relevant courses, especially those related with accounting and also finance paper, then you can ask for something like credit transfer or credit recognitions under the APEL-C system. Just now you see someone mentioned about APEL-A, that is for you to gain the admission qualification, like you want to study a master's degree, but you don't have a bachelor degree, therefore you are not qualified. But then you can use the APEL-A. A stands for admission, to give you the qualification if you have enough working experience. So in this case, if you are already very experienced in accounting area or finance area, then you can ask for assessment to avoid to take some of the courses. So if you get exemption for 2 papers, 2 courses, then you get like 6 credits lesser than other people to complete the MBA program.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Park. Back to the Q&A, and now we come to the other questions.
Yeah, Mr. Tan, Chin
Yes.
here. Because actually, as I mentioned just now, for our Master of Real Estate Development, we have a very close collaboration with REDA Institute. And it coincident that Dato Charlie Chia from REDA Institute is here today with us in this webinar. So how about we invite Dato Charlie Chia to say something about the Master of Real Estate Development under the collaboration between UTAR and REDA Institute.
Okay, you give me a second. Let me check with the is it possible by technical, because he is joined as a guest. So let me see whether we can open the mic for him. Hold on a second.
Hello.
Yeah, Dato.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dato.
Yes. Okay, I'm very happy to be with you all today. And I would like to say that this program has been one of the highlights in the REDA Institute program. And we are very thankful to UTAR for helping us to participate and also contribute towards the academic field. And also, we like to encourage all the development personnel or those who are working in the property development side, including even those who are working in construction and also the consultancies. And we also invite lawyers, accountants to actually come on board this program. Indeed, this will be a good chance for them to learn the A to Z about property development. So let me encourage them and get good, knowledge, as well as prepare yourself, upgrade yourself in this lifelong learning. At the same time, equip yourself with knowledge. Who knows, you might be working for one of our developer friends, all right? So with that, congratulations to UTAR for this program, and we will hope to be of a help in any way we can. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Chia. It's great to have you here tonight. And hi, Dr. Chin. Hi, good evening, Dr. Chin. So since we mentioned about the MBA building management as well as the real estate developments, so maybe like can you give us a deeper brief about what is the actual differences if I am bachelor graduate? So how should I pick in between the MBA building management or the MBA or the Master of Real Estate Development? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tam. Yeah. So as I mentioned, yeah, if you are interested with the property development, yeah, starting from preparing the land, then construction, then complete the product, the building, yeah, and then hand over to your buyers, yeah. You're interested with this business, yeah, and you should pick Master of Real Estate Development. However, if yourself you think that you are more concerning on the management side, yeah, which means, yeah, is the operation of the building, yeah, whether the building can be operated, yeah, I mean physically, as well as the so-called relationship, the human relationship within the building, yeah, is is controllable. Yeah, you should opt for this MBA building management. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that's all from me, Mr. Tom.
Okay, Dr. Chin. Yeah, please hold on. Since I received here another questions about as a house agent. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it important for me to take the master, or how should I pick in between?
He is the agent.
Yeah, house agent.
Okay, so if you are agent, so I assume that you are a so-called estate agent who are actually involved in the transaction of the property. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actually you are actually involved in a professional career as a estate agent. So now it's your call. Yeah, because building management and the development itself, the master real estate development, which concern on the property development, is actually something different from what you do currently. Okay, what you do currently. Okay, so it's actually your call whether you are interested more to understand the development process, or you are interested more to understand the management side. If you are interested more to understand the property development process, then of course you can consider our Master of Real Estate Development. Yeah, yeah. But say you just want to know, yeah, how I can add value to those completed building, yeah, who is currently operated, yeah, who is currently occupied by the occupant, yeah. So how can I add value to that building? Then you should consider the Master of Business Administration, Building Management.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Chin. And now there's another questions. Maybe you would like to invite Dr. Prof to answer on this. So is it fair to assume that we should just apply for the course first and later we see what else is needed?
Yeah, I don't know who is asking this one, but thank you for asking this. we have the minimum requirement posted on our website. So if you think you already meet that roughly, we welcome you to send your applications to us. But if you just worry, like you don't want to waste your time waiting and also wasted the application fees, because you need to pay application fees and also your time to fill up the form. We welcome you to write to us. Like just now you see Dr. Ng Kai's ngky @utah.edu, or Chin HC, Dr. Chin emails. You can send to them like, these are your certificates and qualifications, and we can advise you what else you needed even before you applied it. And you can also write to our Department of Program Promotion. They'll be more than happy to help you in that case. So I think either way will be good. Like, you can send your information to us, let us tell you what you need, or you just send the application, we will tell you also.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Park. And now we have another question that, okay, Dr. Ng. So maybe I would like to invite you to answering the questions. So other than the MISA, is there any other professional bodies to be obtained for the MBA?
What do you mean? What do you mean by other professional?
Means that for the MBA corporate governance is collaborate with the MISA, is it? But how about the MBA?
No, so far the general MBA, we do not have any other professional bodies to collaborate with us. So the general MBA is just the general MBA.
Okay, thank you for this. And about the MISA, right? So is it so important for the MISA in the corporate ASI and the management positions?
Oh, okay. Because this corporate governance is more on talking about the whole governance mechanism, okay, or create the compliance. So it depends on what careers you are looking for. Okay, if you are looking for those create the CG related, where just now like I mentioned, the company secretaries or the compliance officer, okay, then maybe these qualifications is helpful. So let me explain a little bit. When we say that the company secretaries, okay, this is not the personal assistant, not the PA type. These company secretaries, it is actually required or helps the company or advise the board of director. So let's say we talk about the public listed company. So according to our regulations, okay, these public listed company, they need to have, okay, they need to appoint a company secretaries. Okay, so let's say we talk about the AGM, the annual general meeting. So definitely you will need someone, okay, to minutes now, okay, to prepare the documents, okay, and then prepare all those documents to submit to the to the Bursa Malaysia. Okay, so these roles, okay, is actually the company secretary's role. So they are the advisor, they are the consultant. They advise the board of directors on what regulations, what compliance that they need to follow, and then how to prepare the documents, what to do. So it is really depends on what career path that you are going to move on. So if you like to be playing this kind of role, then I would say that the MBA corporate governance as well as the MISA qualifications, it would be a plus, okay, an advantage to you. But if you just maybe interested to be the marketing director, or maybe to be the entrepreneur or to set up your own business, then perhaps the general MBA will do. So that will be my opinion.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Ng. So since now we got few minutes left, so maybe I just go through one or two questions, then we are almost to the end. And for this, Dr. Park, maybe would like to seek advice on this about the online learning. So since it's possible for the long distance learning since the inquiry is from Johor.
We do have students come to Utah every week from Johor Bahru, and we did have students from Ipoh come to us every week. But in the future, because now Malaysians Ministry of Higher Education do allow us to conduct blended learning, means in the future we can have up to 60% of the times that we can conduct online classes and discussion to replace the physical classes. So depending on when they are going to join us, but very near in the future, hopefully by next year, we can start to have like mix about 50-50. So 50% of the time we do it online and 50% of the time they have to come to UTAR. But unfortunately, we are not like Open University or Wawasan University that we can do 100% online. It's impossible because it's not allowed under our license.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Paul. And we are maybe come to the last questions. Okay, Dr. Paul, maybe would like to seek your advice as well. So as an employer, so how is the MBA employee is benefit to the companies? So, or how should I encourage my staff or my employee to pursue to the MBA?
Yeah, if I am an owner of the company and I have visions for my company, I definitely hope that my employees will have the same kind of visions like me. And MBA is exactly the kind of program that we are going to train the students. And also I usually I don't call them as students because MBA's students, they are really matured, and then they come here to exchange opinions and learn from each other and get keep abreast with the latest developments in the business world. So this is one way to really make them think what they can do for the company. This is for the future development of the company, number one. And number two, from the finance perspective, if the company reach certain size, the company is going to pay HRDF, Human Development Fund, and that is compulsory. So, and if you let your employees study MBA or any program in the university, is actually HRDF claimable. So if like some of you who are listening now that you want to study MBA and you hope to get the company sponsorship, so maybe you can talk to your HR department that you can use the HRDF the company contributed to pay your tuition fees. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for Dr. Paul. And since now we got only a few minutes left, so maybe we can stop here for the Q&A sessions. And really thank you for Dr. Paul, Dr. Ng, and Dr. Ching to have a sharings tonight with us. And it's quite very details about the MBA as well as the MBA corporate governance and the MBA business management and the Master of Real Estate Development. So it's good to have your sharings here tonight. And before we go to the end, maybe all the audience, you can go to the chat box. So there is evaluations forms. Then you are invited to fill out the forms so that you send the feedback to us. And there is a Google Forms. Yeah, exactly. And after the sharings, now we come to a lab. Please allow me to have a short introduce about the other details. So as you can see in the slide, this is the IPSR, Institute of Postgraduate Studies and Research. So this is the institute that in charge of the applications, admissions of the postgraduate, including the master as well as the PhD. So if you're interested in the MBA, or you're interested in the Master of Philosophy in the business area, you can contact us, or you can contact IPSR for the applications or the admissions details. And this appel just now, since Dr. Ng is already mentioned about the appel A and appel C, so I will not go further on this. Just for your brief, for appel, you can actually apply for the assessment through the MQA. You can visit the MQA website, register for the assessment, and they'll arrange a date for you for the assessment. After that, you will get the certificate. With the certificate of appel, you can apply to the UTAR MBA, MBA corporate governance, MBA business management, as well as for those. For details, you can contact the MQA website. And now we are proud to share with you that this is our ranking at the year 2020 under the THE, the Times Higher Education World. And for us, actually, we are being ranked as Asia University at the 119th. So in other words, for the first place is in Malaysia. So we are only the second place after the in Malaysia. So it's quite proud of this because for us, the UTAR only established like no more than 20 years, but we can obtain such the achievement that is really appreciated for our academic staff as well as our students. Yeah, come to end. This is our Cyber Monday. So if you have any other inquiries, not only for MBA, or maybe like you have the cousins or relative or friends that would like to seek for the bachelor foundations or the PhD inquiry, you can visit to our Cyber Monday website. So we have the live chat. Our colleague will stand by to chat with you from 8 to 30 August, 9 to 5 p.m. So other than the live chat, we also have a different webinar. So the difference webinar is the daily from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. From 8 to 30th of August. The next webinar is tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. Is the Institute review about the Institute of Chinese Study. Is by Mandarin, and it will talk about our Chinese Study Bachelor as well as the postgraduate. So you can stay tuned with us if your parents or your friends or whoever that are interested with the Chinese study. Yeah, please come to the list. So for the coming webinar, so other than you can see that tomorrow will be the institute preview, and about this Sunday we still got the Master of Communications preview. And the master related, you can see that for 29th and 30th of August, we have the Master of Psychology, the IO Psychology preview, and the MBA Corporate Management preview. So MBA Corporate Management is actually the MBA located at the Kampar campus. So if you are interested to study the MBA at Kampar, so you can stay tuned with us at on 30th of August at 2 p.m. later. So lastly, just now in the beginning, we mentioned that about the Zoom share live to Facebook UTAR for you page. So this is our page, so you can log in to see for other webinar that recorded in before. And for tonight webinar also be the recorded video to be shared at UTAR for you. So you have friends or you have the colleagues that maybe like miss out our webinar tonight, they can go through our UTAR for you for the recorded video. And if you would like to contact us, this is our WhatsApp. You can drop down our WhatsApp and you can text us or you can call us for the inquiry. This is for postgrad inquiry, or you can contact us through the WeChat or our email. You can email to ipsr@utar.edu.my or postgrad@utar.edu.my. So thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for watching, and until to the end. So wish you a good night and bye bye. See you again tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.